Hey guys, welcome back to Empowered Para. On today's episode, I am going to show you guys how I organize my medical supplies so that they don't look awful and so that I can access them super easily. About 2 years ago, I had all of my medical supplies in two large drawers in a dresser that I had in my room, and that worked sort of okay, except that every time I needed something, I was always digging in the drawers to fish them out. I had boxes shoved in there. I never knew how much I had, and it was just super annoying. And then I came across Marie Kondo, and if you don't know who Marie Kondo is, then today is seriously your lucky day, because she is a professional organizer and basically an artist at cleaning up. And she has a whole philosophy about making your space a place of joy and getting rid of things that don't spark joy and only keeping the things that do spark joy. Medical supplies don't really spark joy, but don't also have the option of getting rid of them. So I was reorganizing my room and trying to get rid of all of the junk that I didn't need. And part of that junk was a dresser that was mostly empty and really only housed a few clothes and medical supplies, and just was a catch-all for all, and I mean all, of my junk at bedtime. So I wanted to get rid of that, which was on my side of the bed, and hang up all of my clothes. And then I needed to find somewhere to put my medical supplies. So I decided that if I'm going to be using my walk-in closet, I may as well utilize all of the space in the closet. And there was a lot of floor space under the shelf, so I decided to utilize that and use the whole Marie Kondo method of cleaning up and organizing to make my supplies both really easy to access and also look super nice. So I'm going to show you how I do that. These are the shelves under which I wanted to utilize the floor space. So the first thing I did was go and get some baskets that fit exactly in that little square. These are the baskets that I found that fit exactly in the floor space under my shelves. I got two of them exactly the same. They're super light, they're really flexible, they can bend, and I can pick them up super easily. They're white, they can wipe off because they're plastic, and they just, yeah, I'm so lucky that I found them because they work perfectly. The next thing that I needed to do when I was deciding to organize my medical supplies is figure out what the Marie Kondo method of organizing supplies would be. So she talks a lot about organizing clothes in a vertical method. And what that means is, instead of stacking clothes on top of each other, because then you can't see what's on the bottom, you put everything vertically and squish it sort of sideways together so that you can see a little sliver of each shirt or pants or whatever. I took that whole idea and just applied it to my medical supplies. So the first thing that I do is I take all of my catheters out of the boxes. The boxes just take up extra space and make it so that you can store less. And so I take all of the catheters out of their boxes, and I then get rid of the boxes. So that's what I'm going to do now. So now I've taken all of the catheters out of their boxes, and I'm going to grab them and stand them up vertically like this in the box. So now all the catheters are standing up vertically in the box. And then the next thing I do is I take one of my pieces of supplies, doesn't matter which one because it's different every time because I have a little bit different amounts, and I use that to squish those catheters as far to the edge as possible. And this time it's going to be my poise pads, and so I put that in and I use it to squish the catheters as close together as possible. And the top one, I always open and fold down the bag so that I have easy access to the poise pads and I can just pull one out when I need it. The next thing that I'm going to do is stick something else on the other side to further squish those catheters in so that they're not falling all over the place. And I'm going to stick one of my bags of absorbent blue pads in there alongside the catheters, and I do the exact same thing with the outside of the package. I just rip it and pull it down along the edges so that I can access all of the blue pads when I need to pull one out. And then the last thing that I'm going to do in this basket is put the other types of catheters that I use at night into the last corner. And I take them and I squish them really close together in the bottom, and then I put them in like a bouquet almost. Okay, that is basket one all done. Everything is in this basket super snug. So I could pick it up and show it to you guys. Nothing's falling out. Everything is facing up. If I want to grab a catheter, I can. If I want to grab one of these catheters, I can. If I want to grab a blue pad or a poise pad, I can. On to basket number two. This basket, I'm going to put my rubber gloves, and these I put vertically again. So I don't stack them like this. I put them in the box like this. And then I'm going to grab another one of my absorbent blue pads. And I'm going to stick that alongside them to squish them in. Now I'm going to take my baby wipes and I'm going to, again, stack as many as I can vertically this way. And then once I'm done, and if I can't fit any more vertically, then I will just stack them on top of each other because I know that's what's under them. And then the last thing that I have is my lubricant, and I put it in a bag so that it all stands up like this. And then I slide that in the last little hole that's there. And then one more thing is my suppositories that I use for my bowel program. And I stick that just on top of a few of the gloves because I can see how many more gloves I have left. So again, this is another box that I can lift up. It's pretty heavy, but everything's in there nice and snug and super well organized. Now I'm going to slide it into the space in my closet and show you guys what that looks like. This is the baskets when they are slid just a little bit out in my closet. As you can see, they fit exactly in the space provided. And now I'm going to slide them back and show you what that looks like. And this is the final product. This is how they look when they're all done and slid into place. As you can see, they are super well organized. If somebody comes into my closet, I am not ashamed of them. And they are really, really easy to access, which is priority number one for me. There you go. I hope you guys found that helpful. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel and press that little bell icon so you get notifications every time I release new content. I am so glad that you hung out with me today, and I will see you next time.